Hello, my darlings. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am King Queen Nancy to those on new to my channel, and to my returning 500 and something subscribers. Welcome back, guys. Sorry for deserting you. I know, but I am back, and let's get on to today's video. But before we do that, if you're watching me for the very first time and you're like, who's this gorgeous lady? And you want to stay here, please do hit the subscribe button, do hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my future uploads, and also just watch this video, share it with your people, and comment, because all of these things help the algorithm here on YouTube to pick up my video and suggest it to a lot of people. And yeah, let's start the video. So yes, I'm currently in the Republic of Ireland. I'm currently in Europe, and it's been close to 2 years now. It's been such a roller coaster. I don't want to announce or tell anybody because at first I was not sure if this is a place that I want to stay in for the longest of time, because a lot happened when I got here. A lot happened, guys, and one day I'll gather my courage and tell you all about it. But for today, let's keep it cute and classy and demure, and yeah, talk about me coming here. So this is about to be a story time, actually, because even my coming here, guys, a lot happened. When I got here, the day that I got here, I just couldn't believe that I am here because a lot of things happened. So let's start with the day that I knew that I was coming here. There's a company, a healthcare company, that I found, and they were employing from abroad. So, meaning they were employing from anywhere outside of Ireland. So, they happened to also employ in Zimbabwe. And then I applied for a job, and then I did get the job. And then we did the whole process. It was just a long process, like the paperwork and the gist. And then finally, they applied for my permit, and then my permit came out, and then it was time for me to apply for the visa. And then my visa came out. So when my visa came out, I already knew that I was leaving the country, that I was going to come this side. But before I could book like a plane ticket to come here, the company told us to wait, that they will let us know when to buy the tickets for us to come here. Okay, cool. We do that. So I already knew that I was going to leave because I already had like that visa with me for like 4 months before I traveled. I just didn't tell people because it's not like it's not like people need to know certain things. So I remember the day. Actually, prior to that, my cousin had umsebenzi wabantu abadala. We did the whole ceremony. It was beautiful. And at this point, I'm just in a very celebratory mood. I'm not even thinking much about anything. And then the next day, we're still having that hangover from the previous day. And then I receive a phone call that I have to buy my plane ticket for the next day, literally, because if I do not do that, they won't be able to let me come with the company. And it was such a roller coaster. I did everything. I was running up and down. And I remember that time where I used to stay, we didn't have electricity because there was a pipe that burst, and we had no electricity for days. And due to that, there was a lot that was happening. Even at that time when they were trying to reach me, I didn't have my phone. My phone was in some shabin there. It was being charged. And then when I finally got hold of my phone, I had like 1,000 messages of people looking for me because they wanted to let me know that I have to pick because I'm leaving the next day. With me having that visa for a bit of time prior to that, it made me kind of mentally prepare myself for leaving at any time. So when that happened, mentally, it was not really a stretch, but financially, I was broke. Financially, I was on zero. I wanted to buy things. I couldn't because I didn't have money. And I remember the morning of the day when I was leaving, I had to even go and bath at my sister's in laws because we didn't have any electricity. But the funny part, guys, so my sister once sent me money. And then she sent through her friend. So she wanted to send me and her friend money at the same time. So she sent all the money to the friend. So she was expecting me to go get the money from the friend. So the friend didn't tell me that my sister sent money because she thought my sister will tell me that she sent me money. And then my sister also didn't tell me that she sent me money because she thought the friend was going to tell me to come get the money, which was maybe like 3 weeks prior to this. I don't know, I had money somewhere that was sent for me. So the day when I was leaving, I called my sister, I let her know that I'm leaving. And then my sister was like, but why haven't you taken your money? I'm like, what money? She's like, yeah, the money that I sent you. I'm like, okay, what are you talking about? And then she had to explain to me. And then when I called this girl, lucky enough, she's such an honest girl, Ulizi. She's so honest. She still had the money. She said to me, I was expecting you to call me and tell me that you're coming to get the money, but you haven't. So I just kept it. So you see God sometimes, the way that God works. So that was the money that I ended up like preparing for. I had to buy like an airport outfit, nothing too extravagant. I had to buy a suitcase. I did have like a very big suitcase and then I had a tiny one. I needed like the one that's in the middle. So I bought everything and then we left for the airport. So when I got to the airport, I got there on time, but I was almost late, but not really late. I got there on time and then I go to check in. I was supposed to travel with Swiss Air. So I get there at the airport and then I go to like the Swiss check-in point and everything. And then they take my bags and everything. And then they're like, so they check my visa and everything, like my documentation. And then they say to me, we have to check in with the company before they check in with the company, they have to check in with the labor market to confirm that my permit is real. And then if they confirm, and then they will check in with the company that they're expecting me. So the company had briefly like already explained this that's how it will be. So that's why they wanted us to all come the same day. So that's the day that will be dedicated to them answering calls about people that are coming. So I get there, and then now they're trying to contact the labor market people, whatever. And then during that time, they're not online. And mind you, they can only talk to them through WhatsApp. And they try talking to them, the people are offline, and becomes just like one long waiting period of us waiting for them to come online. And then eventually they come online and then yeah, they confirm my permit and then they call the company. At this time it was late and then the company confirmed finally and then it was time for me to go and board. So long story short, I ended up missing my flight. I ended up missing my flight and it was a lot. So I missed my flight. We had got another ticket with KLM, which was very expensive, and that was the only ticket that was left. And I go and board. This time it was a bit swift because when I got there, I was hysterical. I was crying due to what happened with Swiss Air, right? So I explained to them, and then they're very understanding. And then, they try to speed up the process so that I do not miss this flight, which was the last flight, by the way, just before midnight. Get to Amsterdam in the morning. Okay, it's a beautiful day. I go to my boarding gate, which is where I was supposed to get like the other KLM coming to Dublin airport. So I'm there, I'm sitting, I'm chilling. I'm on the call with my aunt who lives in Dublin and who's the one who helped me with everything for me to come here. So I'm on the call with her and we're just, getting ready for me to board the other plane from Amsterdam. And also she wants to know the time I'm boarding so that she will come to Dublin airport to wait for me. I'm there. Finally, I bought the plane from Amsterdam to Dublin. At this time, I am tired, like I'm beyond tired. And then I get inside the plane, I sleep. I sleep, and I was sitting next to this girl who was from Amsterdam, but she was going to Dublin because her brother was getting married to an Irish girl. So she was going for the wedding. So she told me that briefly. We introduced ourselves. She's nice. And then because I'm tired, I decide to sleep. And then I sleep. I um I don't remember much after that because I really slept. But I remember when I was told that we were about to land. And then I wake up, I'm seeing that we're about to land. I'm being told that we're about to land, so we have to fasten the seatbelts and stuff. So I'm fastening my seatbelt. I'm thinking, and because I was sitting by the window seat. So I remember looking outside and thinking, oh, so we're fine. This is Dublin. This is Ireland. Okay, oh my God, whatever. And then I hear that we're about to land in Amsterdam. And then I was confused for a moment. I'm like, what? We just left Amsterdam literally less than 30 minutes ago. Tell me why we're re-landing in Amsterdam. Okay, I'm still confused. I asked the girl, and then the girl was like, oh, we had an engine failure. Like the captain announced that one of the engines has had an engine failure mid-air. So the best way is for us to come and re-land in Amsterdam. At this point, I'm not even feeling anything. I don't even want to lie to you. I'm just like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. And then we go back. We get to Amsterdam. We land by the end of the runway. So at this point, honestly, I heard like, okay, there was an engine failure, we have to reland. But to me, like it hadn't really stuck what really, really, really happened, you know, and the implications of what happened. So now we reland. Okay, cool. And then I'm thinking, okay, I'm preparing to like stand up so that we disembark. And then they announced that we can't disembark because due to the engine failure, the plane ended up having oil leakage, which could have and could still result in an explosion. So it's unsafe for us to disembark. Guys, that's when it hit me that shit. I'm about to die or almost died. Like, what's happening? So that's when like it hit me. So they're explaining to us that, yeah, so there was an engine failure. So sorry, there was an oil leakage. So due to that, now they have to get like the engineers to come and check if there's any risk of an explosion in case we open the door and now we're about to disembark. You know, they have to check that before we could disembark. And then when I look outside, tell me why there are ambulances, like countless ambulances, police vans, firefighters. Like there's just a lot, man. Buses, like it is a lot. It is a lot outside. And that's when like the second wave kind of hit me that shit. This is more serious than I thought. This is more serious than I thought. But if I tell you that with everything that was happening, I had so much peace within me. I think I kind of knew that nothing will happen because there was so much peace within me. But everything is happening. It's like I'm having an out of body experience. You know, like when you're looking at your life from outside of your body. Um, I'm there, I'm confused, but I'm not scared. And then the engineers clear that it's safe for us to disembark. We disembark, there are buses outside, and then um, the buses now take us to the airport because from where we had disembarked from, like at the end of the runway, it's very far. Like you can't even see the airport inside. You can't. That's how far it is from the airport. So they're now explaining to us that they made us land there so that just in case of an explosion, we are the only people that die. And that the explosion won't affect the rest of the people at the airport, and nobody else dies but us. For the first time, I kind of realized that flying is not 100% safe. You know, it's a different story when you hear people about their near death experience with flights and everything, but now when it happens to you, it's different. But anyway, we go back to the airport and then we go to the KLM desk and they explain to us that they're going to put us like in different airlines. So for me and other people, they took to Aer Lingus for us, and then we're given like 50. That was not 50. I think it was like 20 or 30 euro vouchers for us to eat. Excuse me. Because now the Aer Lingus that we're supposed to take was gonna be leaving Amsterdam, I think, in like 4 or 5 hours. So that means I still had like those 4 or 5 hours to be just loitering around the airport and just, doing nothing. And then me, this is my first time. I don't even know how much that is. I think it was 25 euros that they gave us, all of us. I don't know, but all I hear is like 25 euros is a lot of money. But gosh, why could I only buy apple pie? I think it was like two slices of apple pie and Coca-Cola, and that was it. Like that's all that money could buy at the airport. Anyway, I just stay in the airport. Finally, Airlink has come. Airlink has come. So me and the other people that were from the KLM flight were sitting all together. So when the flight came and now it was time for us to board, we left, and then we went to start like checking in and boarding. And then that lady looks at like the papers, like the kind of tickets or whatever that were given by the KLM desk, and then she's like, you were supposed to manually do your own self check in before, you take this flight. So because you didn't do that, I'm so sorry. We can't come with you guys. And then it was just two people from our flight that sit on their own. I think maybe they could have spoken to other people that know how it works with Aer Lingus. I don't know how, but it seems like they managed to do it. So they got inside the flight. And then me, I think, and maybe like four other people, because I think we're about 6, 7 that they put on that flight, because they distributed us to other flights. But the ones that came to this particular one, I think it was about 6, 7, and then it was just four of us that were left that had no idea. So just they tried to explain to them, and this was around 8. This is around 8 in the evening. So, guys, so they explained to us that I'm sorry, we can't go back to your KLM desk, and then went back to the KLM desk. They're like, oh, that should have been explained, whatever, whatever, whatever. And then they put us on another Aer Lingus flight, which was the last flight for the night, and it was leaving just before midnight as well. So this has been 24 hours from me leaving Africa to being here. Um, I get to we go back, we sit there. This one finally comes. Finally, this one it's more smoother. It's a bit smoother, and then we board, and then we came to Dublin, and then I arrived in Dublin just before midnight, because it was not really a long flight from Amsterdam to. Guys, I was so tired. I was exhausted, and my aunt was supposed to come get me from the airport, so she couldn't. So she'd gone to work, so I had to go to her workplace and sleep there. And we went back home the next day. Yeah, so that was my story time of how I came. But being here has been such a roller coaster for me. And I have had such a hard time. That is why, even at first, I just didn't want to announce where I was or tell people I was, because I was not even sure if I wanted to stay longer. I think for the first like 6 months, I made up my mind that I wanna go back home, because it was so hard. It was so hard. Like it's so many stuff that I don't even want to get onto right now, because this vlog, I want it to be full of positivity. I don't want to dwell on that negativity. One day I will tell you about that, and also maybe for people that are preparing to come overseas, like for them to like be prepared about a lot of things, about how people change when you get here, about how, you know like yeah, I don't even want to get into that, but it was so hard. I cried a lot. I cried a lot on this first month, guys. I I don't even want to be emotional right now, but like, it was so hard. It was so hard. And I prayed a lot. I meditated a lot. I passled a lot. Um, and thank you to like the few people that were there for me at that time. My mom, my sister, basically like my family, my best friend, my friend Keith, Oliver Keith, my friend Samantha Maslangu, like you guys stood by me. And like I said, one day I think I will be strong enough to like have that conversation about that move. But for now, guys, let's keep it here. But yeah, I'm back on YouTube now. I think for the past like, you know, year and months, because I've been here for close to 2 years now. So for all that time I've been here, there's a lot that has been happening, but also I was preparing myself to come back on YouTube so that when I come back, I'm just going to be as consistent as I possibly can. So from now going forward, you're going to see vlogs, you're going to see a lot. Um, of content, and with everything that has happened, I really want to do a lot of sit down videos where we talk about life, and like just navigating a lot of things about life. And yeah, we're just going to see a lot of content that is Dublin or Ireland based. And yeah, I just wanted to make this video so that when I come back with a video and I'm saying maybe I'm in Dublin, you're gonna be like, what? Where is that? Or I'm in Cork, or I'm in, so that you're just not gonna be surprised. Oh, it's how the last time you posted a video, you were in Africa celebrating your birthday, whatever, but now you're what's happening. So I just wanted to make that clear and get that out of the way so that I can start um posting content. But it's been such a it's been a lot, guys, but I'm happy that I'm here. I'm grateful also for God for the opportunity for me to come here and just be in a place where I can be myself, in a place where I can feel safe. And although at first it didn't feel like that, but just to be in a place where I can feel safe, and just to be in a place where there's a lot that I can do, you know, that I couldn't do back home. I'm happy. And yeah, guys, that's it for this video. I don't want it to be too long. I don't want to talk too much. I'll see you on my next video, guys. Please, if you've watched this video until now, please just comment with a white heart, a white heart, just to represent positivity that this channel represents, and also the mental health that this channel is all about. And just going forward, I want you guys to know that I love you, but please don't forget, just comment whatever you want, but don't forget the white heart. And I love you guys so much. See you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my future upload. And like I said before, so that YouTube can pick up my video and suggest it to a lot of people. I love you guys. Bye.